Greetings once again, friends. In the previous video, I revealed how cell phones existed in 2013 and how they were a safe haven for those who seek to converse inside perimeters that netrunners could not cross. Now in this video, I will reveal all the details related to the cell phones of 2013, starting off with the many different brands that phones could be bought in, a fact that we learned from the Cyberpunk 2013 sourcebook. First, I would like to clarify that cellular phones at the time came in different styles and shapes, but the fad of the time was a small cell phone the size of a walkie-talkie, like the one before you right now. These phones would operate on rechargeable batteries that would last right around 12 hours, which is longer than the reputed iPhones that only last right around 6 to 9 hours. The walkie-talkies, as we'll call them, for the sake of simplicity, would recharge from a wall socket for 6 hours, which was half the time they lasted, which is a bit too long, but at least it's not as long as it lasts. Now, since we now understand how long the battery lasts and how the cellular phones might have looked, it's time to cover the many brands that produce these cellular cell phones, which include Magnavox, NEC, Okadata, GE, and Radio Shack, companies that actually have counterparts in our reality as well. The price ranges of these phones were quite hefty, with the range starting from $400 to $3,000. The $3,000 options were usually this expensive because of their extra accessories, such as multiple lines, hold-in buttons, and memory auto dial, which from my perspective is most definitely not worth an entire $3,000. But this is what usually happens when a product doesn't have competition. Companies would balloon the price of a simple tool way beyond its worth. Now, the reason why netrunners could not intercept these phones was because these cellular phones were unable to transmit cyber modem signals, a necessity needed in order for a netrunner to make a connection. These cell phones also couldn't function outside of the city limits, with the limit being 20 miles. The last thing that I would like to cover is the monthly service charge of these phones during the year of 2013, which was $40 per month and 20 cents per minute for local calls. But that would not remain the same if the call was made from a long distance. For example, if a person made the call from Los Angeles to New York, the cents per minute would rise to $2 in the morning and working hours, whilst being $1.50 in the evening hours. And that will be all on the cellular phones of 2013. I pray you learned something new, and in the next video, we'll cover the topic of scream sheets.